Welcome to the Fit 15 podcast show, where you'll find health and fitness inspiration, motivation, and information shared in 15-minute episodes. Tune in while getting a move on to make leading and enjoying the benefits of a healthy lifestyle almost too easy. It's the Fit 15. And now your host, Catherine Basu.
Just crossing that finish line is just, it's a really good personal feeling, you know, and it's a special feeling. You've done it, you know, no one else has done it for you, or, you know, it's a good one.
Welcome to the Fit 15 podcast show. I'm your host, Catherine Basu, and I don't know if you could tell, but that sound clip was not me. I don't have an accent, but that was my guest today, Vanessa Kerner, who was also on the show yesterday, which is why that clip might sound familiar to you, sharing about her running journey in general and her marathon journey more specifically. And that was the sound clip from her describing the feeling of crossing the finish line of the marathon. So I wanted to share it a second time because it gave me goosebumps, and I really could feel the passion in her voice, and it made me feel how I feel when I cross the finish line. I hope it's inspired you to consider crossing your next finish line. And if you didn't check out yesterday's episode and want to learn more about Vanessa's running journey, getting started and then completing her first marathon, I highly recommend doing that. The reason why I am releasing this episode today, and yesterday's episode as well this week, is that the LA Marathon is this coming weekend. So I definitely want to wish those of you running the LA Marathon good luck to you. Have a great race. And for those of you who are hearing about this marathon and some of the other ones coming up, and you are wondering why would someone voluntarily sign up to run 26.2 miles, which is what the full marathon distance is, I hope that yesterday's episode will help explain that to you a little bit more and maybe get you inspired to think about running a marathon yourself. So I did already introduce Vanessa yesterday. I'll share a little bit more about her now, but really encourage you to go back to yesterday's episode. In today's episode, we are going to cover a little bit about her marathon journey and then also talk about ways she stays motivated to continue running. One of Vanessa's big goals that's keeping her motivated when it comes to the marathon is to qualify for the Boston Marathon. But as many of you who are trying to do that know, that can be a goal that seems far off. So she does share some ideas of how to stay motivated in ways that she stays motivated just on a year-to-year basis as she's working towards that goal. If you missed yesterday's episode, let me share a little bit more about Vanessa. Vanessa is a mom of 4 who is from London, but currently resides here in the US, and that's where she trains for her marathons and other races. All right, I'm going to bring Vanessa back here, starting where we left off in yesterday's episode, and then continuing on to share more about her different running challenges that she's undertaken the last few years.
Just crossing that finish line is just,
yeah.
it's a really good personal feeling, you know, and it's a special feeling. You've done it, you know, no one else has done it for you, or, you know, it's a good one.
No, I love that, and you know, hopefully, listeners are. I can feel the passion, how you feel crossing it, because I know that for myself. But I think
Right.
It's coming across pretty good for the listeners. Hopefully, some of them that haven't had that feeling yet will get encouraged.
I mean, it's true. I mean, you do have that feeling, you know, for 5 and 10Ks, whatever your first time is.
Yep.
You know, I remember running 10Ks, and my first 10K was like, it was difficult. You know, again, I probably hadn't trained properly. And then, you know, I never run further than 10K, 6.2 miles. And then one day I did an 8-mile run, and that was just the greatest feeling.
Yep.
Every step I'm now taking is the furthest step I've ever done or ran, you know. So even smaller races, half marathon, when you finish the half marathon is still, but yeah, it's that marathon feeling is particularly special.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. I think everyone should be able to do one once if they.
I agree. I think that should be on everybody's bucket list, is whether you walk it or, run, walk it, however you do it. Just even if it's once.
And even the feeling, to talk about, the importance of a plan, like I think the feeling of going through that marathon plan and seeing like those long runs, like 16 miles, 18 miles, how am I going to even do that versus let alone, 20 or 26. But as you go week by week, that's really empowering. Just, seeing, wow, I'm able to do it, and that's
exactly.
a really good experience too.
And you have a break. So it goes, 1 week is like 15 miles and it drops down to 10 and then it goes up to 17 and drops down to it, so it's not all at once. And it's, I was thinking about that because the 20 mile is also that big milestone in running. Yeah. And I sometimes think that's harder than the 26.2 because you're doing that on your own. If you're in a running group or whatever, you're not paying to do it.
Right.
There's no medal at the end. You just leave the house and you go, right, I'll be back in 4 hours. See ya, whatever it is.
Right.
And so I think is also a personal accomplishment because, like I said, you're not. You're with the 26.2, there are people on the run with you. There's people cheering on the sidelines. Right. There's a big finish line and music. So that keeps you going. But the 20 miler is you on your own. Yep. You've chosen to do it, but without paying, without So that's I think that's also a great accomplishment. I go run in my neighborhood and people go, I saw you running at 9 o'clock and then you're still running at 12 o'clock. What are you doing? I'm training, in run. Okay, wow, where do you go? And I went, well, down and back and up, and, so that's also encouraging because people see you and they know you, even strangers. They say, I saw you down, 5 blocks ago. What, and you're still here. And I'm like, hey. So I think the 20 miler is a really good one, because that first time you think, even having done many marathons, doing that 20 miler, 2 or 3 times that's very, I think, also a good personal achievement.
Yeah, no, for sure. Hi friends, it's Catherine, and if you are using the episode to get in an out and back walk and only have 15 minutes, that sound was your halfway point reminder. You'll want to turn around now. All right, back to Vanessa. So there might be some people listening that, like we mentioned, that haven't, even done a 5K yet, and maybe they think they can't run or they're not runners. What would you say to them, even though we're talking about marathoning, like to maybe
right. Well, do it. You can do it. It really is as simple as that. I hadn't run when I went, okay, I'll run the marathon. I can do it. The stupidity. If he can do it, I can do it. And it was like run first, train later was kind of what happened to me, which is obviously not a good thing to do. But, the 5K, because you can walk it, and there's, and you see that all the time, and it's you can do it. I don't have anything. That's the inspiration. Yeah. It really is. Yeah. It is possible. Even to get fit, all you have to do is run. If you walk a mile a day, get your body going, get the cardio going. I think the first thing is really getting the cardio strong enough, and then just run a little every day. If you even haven't done the 5K, you don't have to run the 5K before the 5K. No one runs a marathon in training. I mean, some people do, but the plans tell you not to.
Yeah.
And you just run, and then you get to the 5K or any race, and there's lots of people there, and that's I'm not alone, and sometimes people I've run with my kids and everyone's looking at me, and no one's looking at you.
Right.
This is they don't care about you. They care about themselves.
Right.
It's just me, like the competitiveness. How am I going to do? So you don't have to worry about that. Nobody. If you're wearing a different T-shirt to everyone else or a different shoe, it's people aren't looking at you. You're looking at you, and that's don't worry. I don't know if that's coming across in the right way, but it's like, don't worry. if people sometimes the first one, I don't want people to look at me when I'm running, or you know, even I was like, you know, I didn't have the right shoes, or I had an old T-shirt. You just go out and do it. It really is, you know. And I think, you know, it's the easiest sport, I think, particularly as an adult, and you know, once you've had children and, you know, that stage of life, for a sport to just start. You know,
just get out there and go.
You just get out and go. You know, tennis, you need a tennis racket and then a court, and then if you can't play, you need a coach. You know, basketball, you need this. You just open your door. You've got your sneakers on. You know, an old T-shirt and shorts, and you go. And then from there, you know, you improve on certain things, and certainly the shoes need to be that. Obviously, is the number one. Has to be the right fitting shoe, etc. But it's I think, you know, you could do the 5K, the 10K, all of it can be done. Yeah, I really believe that, you know. And, you know, I always say, if I can do it, anyone can do it. Really, it's just, you just keep going. Keep going, you know.
Yeah. No, I love that. Well, I've loved learning more about your story, Vanessa. I know you have your run streak going. Any other, I don't know if you want to share a little bit about that, and then also, you know, what your next goals are.
Okay, well, I'll be quick. So the run streak stemmed when I started my plan, the 16-week plan. I think I started like in November 16.
Okay.
The plan, and I thought it was 6 days a week I was running. So I thought I can't remember why I started the run streak. I must have seen someone do it like on Strava or something. I thought, well, I can do it. You know, again, if they can do it, I can. Someone had a 3,000 run streak or something crazy. So I thought, well, I'm running every day, near enough. I may as well. So I think I started December 5th, 2016 was my run streak. So I've just hit 2 years. And so that started and led into 2017. So 2017 was the marathon where I got my fastest marathon. I've been faster since, but with this training plan, I trained properly and got a really good time. I was running every day, at least a mile, even if it was like 10 o'clock at night. I hadn't run. I would go on my shoes and just run half a mile out and half a mile back. I've done it, you know, and it says so on Strava, so it's there. And then I thought, again, don't know why, well, I'll run the year in miles as well. This was 2017. So I threw that one in. And then I threw in, because of the training plan, and all of the runs are, you know, 12 miles, 14 miles a week. And I thought, well, I may as well get rewarded if I'm going to run 12 miles or 14 miles. I may as well leave with a medal. So that also started, I said I would do a half marathon once a month. 12 half marathons in that year. This was all 2017. So it was a banner year for challenges and just pushing myself in that regard. And in fact, 2017, I got my first sub 4. I did the plan. After the plan and the 2017 marathon, that was my fastest one. Well, you know, with the plan. I didn't follow a plan. I just ran every day. Like doing 2017 miles in a year, you needed to run about 5.5 miles a day.
Okay.
So that's 39 miles a week. So I was just hitting those targets. And the interesting thing with that is I found myself getting faster. I wasn't necessarily, I was trying to squeeze in tempo runs and then build the mileage up for the day for 5.5 miles. But I ended up just running every day, easy miles, 5.5. So I hit my target. I was somewhere over, but I hit the 2017 target. I had done my run streak, had done my half marathons, and also that year got my sub 4.
Awesome.
With 3:57, and that was a really hard marathon. Because I was just so tired. And like mile 23, I'm like, okay, I just want to stop. Can I please sit down? I just want to sit. Please let me just sit down just for a minute. You know, and of course you're not. You keep going. And then you hit, okay, 24 miles. Okay, 2 miles to go. Please, I just, but I was exhausted. But then you, again, cross that finish line, I sort of, did that really say 3:57? No.
Right,
no.
Wow, yeah.
And, and that all I think came from just running.
Yeah, no, that's important.
Just getting those miles in. getting the cardio, strong, the aerobic training. And so 2017 was a great year. 2018 is marathon times have been a bit slower. I've not been a bit as disciplined. I did sort of say I'll do 2018 miles, but I'm way off target. But I still run, every day.
Okay,
and even if it's a mile, and I've had the odd knee injury, and I strap my knee, and then I slow down, so you asked me about my goals. The big goal is now to get a Boston qualifier.
Yeah.
I mean, again, that really is the ultimate, and I'm trying to get into all the marathon majors. They're all a lottery, very hard to get in. And I did do Chicago this year, so that was amazing. That was every part of that road had spectators. I'd never done a marathon like that. It was the whole way through, and it rained quite heavily a couple of times during the race, and people were still out there.
Wow.
So,
okay.
Yeah, it was.
That's awesome.
And it's a flat race. I didn't have a great run time. I had a great time doing, that was the one thing I noticed that I hadn't experienced before. Because the LA Marathon, for example, there are pockets where there are an enormous amount of spectators, but then there are moments where it's very quiet and there's nobody there. But the Chicago Marathon, at every turn, there's people and watching you, and that's really lovely to see. So, my dream is, of course, to finish all 6 majors.
Yeah.
It's out there with everybody's dream, and to qualify for Boston. So I have to try and avoid injuries. My knees still bother me. Every time I try and pick up my miles, it bothers again. But you get on with it. And I've signed up for the LA Marathon. I have another goal. I think that keeps me going, is to have these goals.
Of course.
Otherwise I don't want to, lose interest in any way. And another goal for me is to do 50 marathons in 50 states.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
It's not a cheap one. So, so I've done this year, 2018, I did Arizona, Los Angeles, so California, Illinois with Chicago.
Okay,
and I went to Colorado. I did a race in Colorado.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So so I've done 4, so 46 to go plus DC. So
right.
and I'm trying to do ones that are near me. I'm a mile, an hour by plane or something. But,
yeah.
Eventually, I'm going to have to travel further and longer.
Right.
So my husband's like, really? This is the new challenge you've decided?
But you have to tell him it's all his fault. I mean, if he hadn't done that first one.
If he hadn't done it, that's a good point. I will say that to him, And I go, well, I leave Saturday morning and I'm back Sunday night. Of course, that's if it's local. If you start doing time zone, flying further east, it's you can't. You have to leave like this. There's 2 nights. I've only gone 2 nights. It's okay, But it's but the kids are getting older, so maybe eventually, it's because I'm not in any particular hurry to finish it. It's just something to do, and see the country and see and sightsee and see places. So those are my running goals and challenges.
I love it. So where can we go, Vanessa, to make sure we follow you and see that run streak and see what you're up to?
Well, I'm on Strava. You can find me. It's Van, VAN, and then space K.
Okay.
I think it's all lowercase. I don't know if it's case sensitive. And then I'm also on Instagram. You can find me at happyrunning_26.2. happyrunning_26.2. So, and I never used to be on Instagram, and I think that's also very motivating. I would see other people doing it, and for me, that was like, I didn't have to be, talking about like, can anyone run? I don't have to be anyone else's time, or or be as fast as them, or just to do it.
Yeah. No, it's a
Someone
good
should really use that as a tagline for a company,
right?
Just do it. It really
That would
is.
be a good idea.
In its simplest form. Yeah. So that became quite inspirational to see other people's posts, other people's progress as well. And you mentioned earlier about it being a community, and it really is. People are, you're encouraging everybody, because ultimately, unless you're in a professional race, Olympic, you're not racing anyone else. You're racing that you support everyone, and see you on the finish line.
Yeah.
We'll be there waiting for you.
No, I love it. Well, I'm going to definitely continue following you on Instagram, and then hopefully we'll actually get to meet in person at one of our races in 2019.
Yes, that will be great. Yeah, well, I'll be there, I'm sure. They're really good races and fun to do. So yeah, I will meet you there.
Awesome,
for sure.
Vanessa. Well, thanks for hanging out with me today and inspiring the listeners.
Well, thank you very much again. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for listening to the Fit 15. For show notes and more, visit fitarmadillo.com/podcast. See you next time.
Hi, friends. It's Catherine, and I hope you enjoyed getting inspired by Vanessa and are considering running a marathon yourself if you're a runner and have not already, or just getting started with running in general. If you are looking for more help with your running, I would love to have you get on my email list that's specific for runners. That's fitarmadillo.com/runners. fitarmadillo.com/runners. Fit Armadillo is my fitness company, and I started to do more running coaching this year after getting my running coaching certification. So even though I've been running for more of my life than I haven't, I thought I would wait to officially market myself as a running coach until I had more specialized training. So I'm really excited about that. Would love to help you with your running journey, help you get that PR, qualify for Boston, whatever your goal might be. And we're looking to do some fun in-person events as I grow that running coaching list. So have thought about maybe taking a group to run a marathon such as the Hawaii Marathon in the future. So make sure you're on that list so you don't miss out. Would love to run with you in person and cheer you on from afar before we get in touch for one of those in-person events. Before I let you go, I wanted to mention that there are still some spots in the first Friday class for April. So if you have not enjoyed a small online group fitness class with us yet and want to learn what that's all about, head on over to fitarmadillo.com/classes to see if you can save your spot. You'll be able to enjoy your first class for free. So I hope you take advantage of that. The weekend is coming up tomorrow, so I won't talk to you the next few days, but if you subscribe to the show, I will talk to you when the next episode goes live. So make sure you subscribe, share the episode with someone that would enjoy it, leave us a rating and review so more people can find the show, and enjoy your weekend. Chat with you later. Bye.